Tonight on CTV News at 11:30. Thousands of dollars gone in moments.
At this point, a bunch of money was already gone from our business accounts, personal accounts.
A Sudbury couple is speaking out after scammers wiped out $90,000 from their bank accounts. Plus, a plan to address potholes.
I asked for a 5-year road reconstruction strategy, a spring thaw response team, and modernizing the pothole reporting. And those three things I think really could use some improvement.
With the season in full swing, City Council in Sault Ste. Marie discusses options. And a lifeline during a devastating diagnosis.
It's truly been our saving grace.
A Cochrane family shares their story as Hope Air marks 40 years.
CTV News at 11:30 with Ian Campbell and Rick Wyman with weather.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. Ian is off. We begin tonight with a heads up for residents in parts of Greater Sudbury. Public Health Sudbury and Districts has issued a boil water advisory for Sudbury, New Sudbury, and Falconbridge. This is after adverse water samples were reported today. The city is taking additional samples from the David Street and Falconbridge water treatment plants. Public Health will provide updates as they become available. Meanwhile, residents in affected areas are not to use tap water for anything consumable. Outlying areas like Copper Cliff, Coniston, Chelmsford, and others are not affected. Visit Public Health's website for more information. There is a lot of high water and flooding in and around Lake Panache in Greater Sudbury, and community members are worried about all the damage they've sustained. CTV's Madison Marier has the story.
Some boathouses and docks are floating away while others have been deeply submerged in water.
There's a lot of damage done on the lake this year. Clearly, as everyone can see, we have very high water levels. There's a lot of damage done here as well. It's very dangerous to be out on the lake right now. There's a lot of debris floating around. There's buildings, there's logs, all sorts of things.
I had a neighbor on the lake that was driving by with his boat just by happen chance, and drove by and saw my huge dock. It's 40 feet long and 16 feet wide, so it's a really heavy dock. And he said it was floating probably about 50 feet away from my property, going down the lake. So I'm also in trouble.
While residents are warning boat owners to be cautious on the lake, there aren't many ways to get a boat in the water. Many boat launches and docks are flooded or damaged, and a substantial number of properties on the lake are only accessible by boat.
One of the bigger problems is that on both main docks, on the east end and our west end in our area, our docks aren't capable of launching boats.
It's devastating for people that want to get out to camp and enjoy the weekends, and you simply just cannot get there. There's no way to launch your boat. There's no way, unless you're going to swim across the lake, there's simply no way to get out there.
Those who have boathouses on Panache aren't in much better shape. In some instances, water levels are so high, boats are in the rafters of the boathouses.
This is unprecedented, the amount of water we have this year. It's unheard of. So there's nothing anybody can do at this point until the water comes down to actually see how much damage has been done.
However, the community has banded together to provide updates to one another with hopes that the shared information will warn boaters of the possible debris in the water. Madison Marier, CTV News, Sudbury.
And flood warnings continue around the region. The Matagami Region Conservation Authority is extending its flood warnings specifically around the Matagami River to May 13th. Meanwhile, the flood watch for Porcupine Lake and River, Kamisocha Lake, and Town Creek has been lifted. The MNR saying tonight there's a flood warning for parts of the Bracebridge, Minden, Parry Sound District, French River, and Pickerel River have flood warnings, and Severn River, including Sparrow Lake, are under a flood watch. Heavy snow has claimed a piece of northern tourism history. The owners of Kasagami Lake Lodge are picking up the pieces after a devastating roof collapse. Management says the damage was discovered by the MNR during a recent helicopter patrol. Staff hoped damage was minor, but they quickly realized the entire main building had succumbed to this year's record snowfall. The remote outpost north of Cochrane has been a staple for anglers for decades, seeing 400 guests each season. Officials say it will now be closed for the next 2 seasons to allow for a rebuild.
We take preventative measures every season to put up roof supports and, really try to prevent any sort of damage. We've never had an issue, and that building's been there since 1983, I believe it was built, and this year, just with the unusual amount of snow, caused the building to collapse even with the supports in place. So, very unfortunate, but we're excited to build a new facility. Obviously disappointed that we had to cancel our season because of this, but looking forward to building something new and coming back stronger than ever.
Management says they are committed to bringing the lodge back to life, but the remote logistics mean it will be a long road to reopening. A Sudbury couple says they have lost more than $90,000 due to fraudulent activity on their Scotiabank accounts. They say scammers took everything, and now they have been leaning on friends and family for support. CTV's Lindsay Alick has more.
Dylan Gilbert Leduc took over ownership of Morin Pools and Spas with his wife in January of this year. He says from business to personal, all of his accounts are with Scotiabank, and on March 31st, they lost everything.
We had a bunch of missed calls from the Scotiabank customer service line that we confirmed on our debit card with the phone number. At this point, a bunch of money was already gone from our business accounts, personal accounts.
Later in the day, they decided to answer one of the calls.
So we initially refused to give any information to the person on the phone, just saying that we would go to our branch and deal with our branch advisor. And in person, just knowing there's lots of scams and fraudulent activity out there. After a few return calls of them confirming their name, their business ID, and confirming the phone number, and even us calling back from the same number, we were able to kind of just, at this point, we had nothing more to lose.
You have to be aware that the fraudsters have the ability to make any phone number show up on your call display. So if you're not aware of that, then you're automatically at risk.
Gilbert Leduc says there have been no offers for mortgage deferrals or credit increases, and zero support from Scotiabank to continue running the business and feeding his family at home.
They've been giving us 50-50 shots of getting our money back, even stating they know where the money is. They've been in contact with the bank that has the money. They were able to trace everything, to now they just have been saying they don't even know if they can get it back or do anything to support us.
CTV News reached out to Scotiabank for comment and received this statement, which says in part, Scotiabank cannot comment on any individual client matters for privacy reasons. The bank will never ask clients to disclose their PIN, password, or one-time code on a call they didn't initiate. The couple says they are sharing their story in hopes of holding the bank accountable. Meantime, they say friends and family have stepped up to support them to be able to operate the business as usual. Lindsay Alick, CTV News, Sudbury.
With pothole season in full swing, goals of improvement were brought to Sault Ste. Marie City Council. As CTV's Corey Nordstrom explains, new technology and more funding could help smooth out the bumpy roads.
Since spring began, pothole issues have dominated many conversations in Sault Ste. Marie. This week, Councillor Angela Caputo sought out more information from staff on the plans to better understand and address the concern on city roads.
I asked for a 5-year road reconstruction strategy, a spring thaw response team, and modernizing the pothole reporting. And those 3 things I think really could use some improvement. The plan would give us a really clear direction, which I think staff needs.
Caputo believes improving communication is a strong need at the city level, noting that the reporting system could use an overhaul. Local Brent Rubel says he has the solution with a website he created called SpotFix.
All you have to do is take a picture with your phone and upload that picture to spotfix.ca, and the rest is basically done for you. So from that picture, the AI extracts the GPS coordinates, puts it on a map. It estimates the size, the severity, the depth of the pothole, writes a description of the pothole.
Sioux Mayor Matthew Shoemaker says that more than communication or reporting changes, the biggest difference maker comes from more money. He notes that the city spends between $9 and $12 million per year on road resurfacing. The number needed to bring all city streets into a good condition is estimated at $30 million per year.
That's a $20 million gap. That didn't develop overnight. That developed over the course of a generation of underfunding. And we added more to the snow removal budget last year. And of course, snow removal directly impacts the condition of the roads in the spring. So hopefully there will be some improvements there. But it's going to take time.
Caputo says her motion is about finding efficiencies that she hopes will lead to better results and more faith in the city's repair efforts. Corey Nordstrom, CTV News, Sault Ste. Marie.
Now to a story about a grieving mother in Sudbury who lost her son to an overdose in mid-March. She says he was caught in the grips of addiction and was found dead during the big storm in March. CTV's Helena Everson reports.
31-year-old Corey Gregoire Lacroix was found dead of an opioid overdose in the Energy Court encampment March 17th. His mother, Monique, talked to us about his journey with addiction, which started when Corey was 15 and was prescribed oxycodone for sciatic nerve pain in his lower back.
They go run after a high they'll never get again, but they keep on trying. And then from there it went to cocaine, eventually crack, fentanyl.
She says her family did everything it could, including getting Corey into treatment. After a relapse, he stole credit cards from his family and racked up $12,000 in charges.
It's an awful, awful disease. Awful. It takes away their souls, their morals, their values. It leaves them empty.
Monique has worked as an outreach worker for the past 7 years.
It's not their fault. It could have been a bad choice. You know, a lot of it stems from trauma also. So we need more rehabs, more resources.
In a statement, the Go Give Project says, in part, we've seen a noticeable increase in suspected drug poisonings and drug-related deaths in our community over the past several weeks. It has been difficult for many people across the sector. Our thoughts are with the families, friends, and loved ones impacted by these losses. It goes on to say, we do believe the province should be taking a closer look at the current crisis and considering stronger emergency-level responses to help address what communities are facing right now. Gregoire says because of what happened to Corey, she has a message that may seem harsh but true.
We're addicts. You only have two choices, which are you get clean or you die trying, because there is no in between.
Gregoire says people need to show support for people living with addiction, even though it's very difficult to understand. Helena Everson, CTV News, Sudbury.
It's time now for a short break here on CTV News. Coming up, we'll have your full weather forecast. For now, a look at the current conditions around the region. Still quite cold out there, sitting at the freezing mark in Chapleau and Wawa. Cloudy skies across the board. For the most part, some snow falling in Kapuskasing, rain in Timmins. Bit of a mixed bag out there. We'll have your full forecast coming up after the break.
Interesting weather over the course of the next couple of days, and Mother's Day may be in jeopardy as far as a nice sunny day is concerned. Forecast radar, we've got some flurries, we've got some showers and some warmer temperatures, but the weather not the best actually between now and at least Monday. So we'll take a look at some of those numbers and you can see for yourself. Sudbury Nickel Belt, chance of sleet for tomorrow and Friday, Saturday, and the chance of showers on Mother's Day. So 7 degrees tomorrow, 10 Friday, 12 Saturday, and 12 on Sunday. Here comes the sunshine Monday, Tuesday, sun and cloud both days. Your highs 11 and 12. Still below normal More of the same in Sault Ste. Marie, Algoma. Chance of showers tomorrow at 7. Chance of sleet Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Your daytime highs 8, 9, and 8. Showers or sleet Sunday with the odd sunny break on Mother's Day. Still not pretty. Monday, Tuesday, sun and cloud, just like Sudbury. 8 and 12 degrees. Your daytime highs below normal. Timmins Cochrane Campus Casing. Chance of sleet at 60% tomorrow at 6. 10 degrees on Friday, 60% chance of sleet, then 40% chance on Saturday and Sunday, 12 and 9 your highs. 9 Monday, 30% chance. You'll have to wait until Tuesday, some sun and cloud and 11 degrees. That's 5 degrees below normal for this time of the year. Temiskaming Shores, Kirkland Lake. Chance of sleet tomorrow, 60% at 7. 10 degrees on Friday, 40% Saturday at 12. 40% chance of showers Sunday. Might get the odd, flurry or two. 10 degrees your high. 10 on Monday, sun and cloud. 12 Tuesday, sun and cloud as well. So Temiskaming Shores, Kirkland Lake, you'll have to wait till the beginning of next week to get some full-fledged sunshine in your forecast. About 4 degrees below normal. North Bay, West Nipissing. Chance of sleet tomorrow at 7. Chance of sleet on Friday at 40%. 11 degrees your high. 12 degrees on Saturday, 40%. Chance of showers on Mother's Day, 12 degrees. Here we go. Sun and cloud both Monday and Tuesday, both days at 12. Your normal should be around 16 degrees for early May. So Mother's Day, not the best of weather. We'll see if we can get you through the next couple of days. Maybe Environment Canada may change up the forecast. Amanda, back to you.
Thanks for that, Rick. Work is finally progressing on a large swath of land in the east end of Greater Sudbury. It's property that a local developer has been attempting to build up for at least 15 years. More from CTV's Angela Gemmell.
Crews set concrete for a new sidewalk along this future street. It's just some of the activity underway at the KED Business Park.
We'll be busy here for the next decade, but it's really exciting. It's fun. The dominoes are all starting to fall now.
The 180-acre property has been owned by Dario Zulich since 2008. He says he saw the potential then and still does today.
The city has to grow the east end, and we're poised for growth right now. And so I've always believed in that. And now it's coming together. I'm really excited. The interest has been outstanding.
The property has a rocky past. In 2017, it was chosen by Greater Sudbury as the spot for the future municipal arena until 2022 when the city pulled out of the development. The city did come on board to partially fund the construction of the street to be called Vanguard Drive, saying in an email it will become part of a collector road.
Because this will someday connect up onto LaSalle. And so the city is taking a longer term vision of the east end of town.
Dancor Construction was recently announced as the preferred construction partner. Zulich touts the KED Business Park as fully serviced, although those services have yet to be added. 2 businesses have signed on. Gateway Casino confirms it purchased land last June, while a ribbon cutting happened last August for Waste Management.
Waste Management will be starting this summer, and as is the casino, they're on the process of doing a plan. There's a lot of planning that's happened before. Actually, the shovel's in the ground, but there's plans going on a number of fronts in here.
Zulich says land for Waste Management is further up this new street, while the property for Gateway Casino will be along the Kingsway. With thousands of vehicles using this road daily, it will be a highly visible site. Angela Gemmell, CTV News, Sudbury.
As part of Mental Health Week, an open house was held at the North Bay Hospital's King Street location today to showcase the services it offers. Several programs and services are run out of this building, from early psychosis intervention, day and evening addictions treatment, outpatient psychiatry, and more. Mental Health Week's theme is about stronger connections and better mental health. Officials say the open house highlights the foundation of connecting community members with the services they need.
We do have a partnership, a peer support partnership that I've learned today. And peer support is really valuable to complement a lot of the mental health and addiction services in the community.
We've doubled our individuals served year over year in our residential bedded program here, and ultimately we're servicing individuals who are looking at recovery from addictions in the community.
The program is available 24/7 by phone. When a Cochrane family faced cancer, strangers stepped in to help, changing their lives for the better. Today, as Hope Air marks its 40th anniversary, the Lalonde family is thanking the charity for support that helped them through their daughter's recovery. CTV's Lydia Chubak tells us more.
In 2024, at age 15, Diamond Lalonde of Cochrane was diagnosed with stage 2 Hodgkin's lymphoma. She and her family moved to Toronto for 5 months so she could access treatment. Ronald McDonald House provided them with a place to stay, where they weathered the storm until the day Diamond got to ring the bell. But Diamond's journey did not end there. Follow-up treatments were in Toronto, and Diamond's mother, Tracy, thought they'd have to fly commercially. That's when the Lalondes learned about Hope Air, a charity that provides free flights, accommodation, ground transportation, and meal vouchers for patients who must travel for medical care.
It's honestly like they were rolling out the red carpet. I said, I feel like I'm a celebrity. We have our own private plane. And then we find out Uber comes in. They pay for our accommodation. They gave us money for rides. They gave us money for food. Like, we came to Toronto our first trip and didn't have to worry about a thing except her.
Hope Air is now celebrating its 40th anniversary, and its CEO says the milestone is a chance to reflect and recognize the need for its services isn't going away.
Primarily, it's funding from private sector, very generous corporations or individuals or foundations. Those are the ones that are primarily funding our work. And, the great possibility is that if we can find that partnership with the Government of Ontario, it will allow us to create more awareness for the work of Hope Air, reach more families who need help.
Last year, Hope Air helped more than 3,000 patients across Northern Ontario who needed financial assistance to get to medical appointments. Timmins and District Hospital officials say 117 patients in its region received support from Hope Air.
We're so beyond grateful. And like my mom always says, it's truly, truly been our saving grace. It's lifted that financial burden off our shoulders so much.
Last year, Hope Air officials say missed or delayed appointments dropped by 77% when patients had their assistance. Lydia Chubak, CTV News, Timmins.
What a heartwarming story. Still ahead tonight on CTV News. Calgary's tiny ranger needs your vote. Details next. A kindergarten student from Calgary is hoping his love of nature can propel him to become North America's next junior ranger. CTV's Kevin Green reports.
In Griffith Woods Park in southwest Calgary, 5-year-old Jack Lanstra moves quickly through the trees, climbing logs, searching for insects, and talking excitedly about animals, forests, and why he loves being outside. These days, he's learning about bee hummingbirds.
It's a hummingbird that is almost the size of a bee, and its nest is as big as a golf ball. And its eggs are the size of a coffee bean.
Jack also protects the natural spaces he loves, stopping to clean up garbage during walks in the woods.
Me and my grandma were walking, and then when we were walking, we decided to get a garbage bag. So we got a garbage bag and then went for a walk. And we got lots of garbage, that big tire.
Jack is currently in second place across North America in the National Wildlife Federation's Junior Ranger competition. The program, hosted by wildlife expert Jeff Corwin, encourages kids to learn about conservation and protecting the natural world.
So we told him, not about the competition, but that there was a chance to be part of a group of kids around the world who care about protecting nature and the wild spaces, and he got really excited about that.
Jack's mom says his love of nature started early and says he feels most at home outside, reminding his family to slow down and enjoy the forest around them. Jack says for him, The forest is also a keeper of family memories.
I think about my grandpa because he liked trees, and then my mom liked trees, and then I liked trees.
The winner of the Junior Ranger competition receives a cash prize, a feature in Ranger Rick magazine, and an expedition with Jeff Corwin. Kevin Green, CTV News, Calgary.
So sweet. Well, good luck, Jack. Finally for us tonight, it was a magical 24 hours for a group of well-deserving northern youth. Kids from across Sudbury, Manitoulin Island, and Chapleau joined the Dreams Take Flight Toronto crew yesterday for a whirlwind trip to Disney World. This volunteer-led mission gives children facing adversity a day of pure joy. And our very own Ian Campbell tagged along for the journey. Looks like it was an unforgettable time. And that takes us to the end of our newscast this Wednesday night. Thanks for watching. Good night.